conditions if he's hiding here. This is a battle of nerves. Exhausting. Hey, lass das! Wo ist eigentlich das,
Habe ich eben auch so überlegt. Da.
Ja, gut, dass es da unten ist und da auch bleibt.
Wo ist es denn? Ich sehe es nicht mehr.
Da. Alter! Aus der Hand damit! Du wirst aber ruhig bleiben können.
Was denn?
You're under arrest! Oh, wo waren wir denn? Das ist mir egal.
Aber mir ist das zu warm.
Tja, dann hast du ein Problem. Bring dir dein Handy mit, dann kannst du damit spielen.
Ja, will ich aber nicht. Es ist lustiger mit diesem Gummiteil in der Hand. Und es ist kein Kondom.
Das glaubt dir jetzt keiner. However, Fuminori has to deal with the same conditions if he's hiding here. This is a battle of nerves, exhausting and dangerous. We're the first to make a sound and give away his position loose.
Wie so aussieht, wenn man jemanden mit dem Akku erschlägt.
Du kannst es gleich herausfinden. The room on both sides of the hallway are all open. Some are even missing their doors. Koji's sidles up to each entrance. Checks to make sure no one is inside, then carefully proceeds on. When stink that has been assaulting his nostrils since before entering the old building has changed. Now it smells more organic, like rotting meat. It's exactly the same smell that was filling Fuminori's house. Squish. At the sudden noise, Koji freezes and stares down the hall. It was a red sound, like someone dragging their feet through a swamp, and it came from the room at the end of the hall. Something is there, something that can make noise. Moving silently and keeping his light and gun at the ready, Koji creeps in the direction of the sound. Squish, squish. Now it sounds strange, like someone's squeezing mud through their fingers, and as he gets closer, Koji begins to hear some kind of animal's labored breathing. Could it be Fuminori? No, that's impossible. He should be holding his breath somewhere, waiting for a chance to ambush Koji, not carelessly making noise. As he proceeds, the strange sound coming through the cracks in the concrete walls become clearer and clearer. Yo!
Wahrscheinlich. Daraus könnte man einen Dubstep-Remix machen.
Koji finds himself standing at the entrance to a room. It's filled with a thick, vicious darkness, just like every other room that he's passed. There is more than just darkness. However, something is definitely there. He can hear pain breathing like that of a wounded animal, and what sounds like sobbing. Sobbing? Oh, wie verstört das?
Who's there?
Koji whispers into the darkness. Know that he's given away his position by speaking. He might as well turn on his light. For some reason, however, Koji hesitates to do something so irreversible. Sobbing. The last time I heard her voice. Obwohl, eigentlich kannst du.
Okay. Sobbing. The last time I heard her voice on the phone, she was sobbing.
The wheezing suddenly stops, as thought whatever it is holding its breath. And then...
Achso, ich hab gedacht, da kommt jetzt noch irgendwas.
Nee.
Weil ich das nicht wie Kuhn angehört habe.
Ja, die haben das ein bisschen schneller vorgespielt, glaube ich.
Kuhn.
A whisper comes out of the darkness, through a not human voice. Not by any measure, it speaks some blasphemous semblance of human words. A nightmarish flash of insight connects the dots in Koji's mind.
Tsukuba.
It can't be! Tsukuba-yo doesn't sound like that. She doesn't smell like that.
Koji-kun, please, call me.
Verstörter.
Koji, ich kann leider nicht meine Stimme so verzerren, tut mir leid.
Ich dachte, du hättest das eigentlich.
Kannst ja irgendwie so einen Mischer bauen und dann...
Ein Mischer.
Ein Mischer.
Ich hatte einen Mischer beim letzten Let's Play und weißt ja, wie cool das war. So gar nicht.
Kannst ja irgendwie meine Stimme mixen, damit sich die komisch anhört.
Ich habe keinen Mixer.
Dann nimm die Mikrowelle.
If it's not you, then how does it know Koji's name? Why is it begging him for help? Even so, it can't be you. She's human. She wouldn't be slithering around like whatever slimy creature is hiding in the darkness.
It hurts. It always hurts. This body. Save me, Koji-kun.
The thing wriggles closer to Koji. His reason cries out, imploring him to switch the light in his left hand on before it's too late, or to turn and run, if he cannot. However, Koji is unable to accept either voice. He can only call out in vain to the amorphous shape in the darkness.
つくばなのか直江まさかつくばなのか
Are you Tsukuba? Hey, are you really Tsukuba? Let me die. No. More. Please. Kill me.
Me, musst du sagen.
Me.
It's a me, Mario. Weißt du? Das gleiche ist der Mario. Something soft and slimy slides over Koji's toes. Instinct completely overrides his will, forcing him to turn on his light and shine it at his feet. The white beam reveals everything, the merciless truth that finally shatters Koji's sanity.
Ey, das ist jetzt vielleicht das erste Mal, dass wir gleich so ein Vieh sehen.
Ja. Na gut, haben wir ja im Prinzip schon. Die Menschen sahen ja bestimmt ähnlich aus.
Na, weißt du nicht?
Wer weiß. Terror wipes his mind of everything but two words, gun and trigger, looping endlessly through his head. His right index finger responds with absolute obedience. He has an instant of tremulous lights and sound, both more intense when he expected and when the destructive force are swallowed up by the darkness. His ears are still ringing from the bang, but he hears a weak voice coming from the shadow again. Koji screams and desperately pulls the trigger again and again, believing that salvation can come only from his own finger. Light and darkness, silent explosion, they dance 3 more times. Koji doesn't even need to aim. Of course, his terrifying enemy is right at his feet, far too close to miss. Ryoku warned him about how many bullets were left in the revolver, but that information has already been driven from his mind. Even after the cold, heavy gloom wraps itself around him once more, Koji keeps pulling the trigger like a man proceeds.
Like a man pussy.
Like a man pussy. Paying no attention to the clicking of the emptiness worthless revolver.
Ja.
Aber eigentlich, wenn sich Jo nicht regenerieren kann, war das eigentlich auch blöd von Fuminoi, oder?
Also
Erst nimmt der Jo in den Schutz und dann bam.
Na, an sich ist es aber auch relativ egal.
Eigentlich schon, ja. Es
Ja,
ist
es
Jo.
geht ja eigentlich bloß um Saya und ihn.
Die können sich ja noch 1000 andere.
Also, ja, theoretisch. Also irgendwie hat er jetzt ganz schön verloren, der Koji.
Ja, wir haben die richtige Entscheidung getroffen.
Vielleicht, aber vielleicht auch nicht. Vielleicht kommt jetzt gleich irgendwie
Tampon?
Tampon-Sun und
Hoffen wir das Beste für Fuminoi.
hoffen wir das Beste.
As thought, his panic-stricken body has just realized how strange it is to be standing on 2 legs. Koji loses balance and goes down hard on his backside. Still frightened out of his mind, he keeps firing the empty gun, his empty laser,
His
gun,
empty laser.
from a sitting position. He knows no way to erase the memory of the thing that he saw for a moment in the beam of his maglight. The light which fell from his hand during the attack is now lying on the floor, pointing in a completely different direction. It's called the wrong direction.
Again.
Again.
And again.
All 4 bullets delivered by Koji's fingers must have hit the target enough destruction to kill any human 4 times over, and they were his last card to play. Which means that he's now...
Ich überlege jetzt noch, wie er gewinnen könnte. Er wirft die Pistole auf Fuminori und Fuminori stirbt. Dum dum dum. Das
Fuminori lutscht, sag ich schon, rutscht auf dem Schleim aus.
Elektro, ole ole.
Er lutscht den Schleim aus, ja. which means that he is now sitting alone in the pitch black darkness, with no way to defend himself, and just as he realizes this, a mass of cold, rotten flesh rolls onto him like a edible wave. Ist das eine Hand?
Denkst du vielleicht?
He can no longer scream, and he's pushed into his back, with fear seizing his throat in its iron grip. Koji struggles desperately against the thing as it crawls up his body towards his fur. Okay, der hat noch mal ernst. Covering his face with his left hand, he scrabbles widely along the floor. Also ist, glaube ich, nicht die richtige Zeit, um Scrabble zu spielen. Widely along the floor with his right searching for a way out that doesn't exist. Devoid of everything but primal fear, his mind has regressed to that of a feral Anime.
Sag erstmal Anime. Ja, war ja klar.
Animal. And that, perhaps, is why when his right hand closes around something hard at the last moment, he is able to instinctively recognize it as a weapon. Putting every ounce of strength into his arm, Koji swings a heavy object in his hand at the creature on top of him. With the red sound of a water cushion being struck with a blunt object, Koji's attacker rolls off of him. As soon as he is able to move freely, Koji leaps to his feet and grabs his new weapon with both hands. As thought it is a charm to ward of evil, for the first time he realizes that he's holding a part of a rusty steel pipe. It's sobbing again. With a cry that's part terrified scream, part enraged roar, Koji raises the steel pipe and brings it crashing down on the cowering creature. He hears a red sound and feels the blood-chilling sensation of its thick, soft flesh absorbing the blow. These combine to evoke a psychological loathing in him that wipes his mind of all but the urge to destroy.
Shit!
Consumed by the same desperation, which he kept firing the empty gun, Koji rains blow after blow down on his enemy. After the 10th blow, it stops sobbing. After the 20th blow, it stops moving. After the 30th blow, it begins to feel and sound more and more like he's beating some vicious liquid. Koji doesn't stop trashing the creature until he realizes, or after recovers enough of his mind to realize that whatever it might have been, it is no longer anything but a lifeless corpse. The pipe in his hand, covered with unidentifiable fluids and filth, suddenly feels unbearably hairy. Harry Potter. The 20 years of memories that he has built up as Tono Koji, if they were precious and dear to him, he should never have come to this place. The black flame, as Dark Flame Master, the black flames of despair rise within him, consuming all other emotions unsatisfied. They keep burning until their uncontrollable heat sets his blood to boiling. Koji recognizes that heat as anger right now. He is undeniably filled with hate and rage towards the person who poisoned him with the truth and tore his innocence out by the roots. Da hat er einfach mal Jo getötet, das Schwein. Das kann doch nicht sein.
Vielleicht regeneriert sie sich auch wieder.
Vielleicht
sind die Viecher wirklich unsterblich.
At random, Koji slays to aid, hears the breathing of someone sneaking up behind him. Koji spins around, swinging his steel pipe with all the killing force he can muster. His enemy hastily leaps back to avoid the strike, apparently not having his back to the surprise attack to be foiled by Koji's encounter. Twisted shadows dance in the light of the mag light on the floor. Redying his pipe for the next blow, Koji faces off against his second attacker.
Sakisaka Fuminori, meine Bitch-Schlapper-San.
Koji never imagined that he would ever say his old friend's name with such hatred. Was ist das?
Das Bild ist genial.
Ja, es ist schon ein bisschen genau.
Na? Hallo, guter Freund.